The impact of caffeine on weight loss. Caffeine is a natural stimulant found in a variety of foods and beverages, including coffee, tea, chocolate, and energy drinks. It works by blocking the action of adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and sleepiness in the brain, and by increasing the release of dopamine and other neurotransmitters that promote alertness and focus. Caffeine has been suggested to have potential benefits for weight loss, as it may boost metabolism, reduce appetite, and increase fat oxidation. However, the research on this topic is mixed, and the effectiveness of caffeine for weight loss may depend on individual factors such as genetics, diet, and lifestyle. The purpose of this video is to explore the impact of caffeine on weight loss, by examining the scientific evidence behind its potential benefits and drawbacks, and providing practical tips for using caffeine as part of a weight loss program. By the end of this article, readers will have a better understanding of the role of caffeine in weight management, and be able to make informed decisions about incorporating caffeine into their own weight loss strategies. One of the ways in which caffeine may contribute to weight loss is by increasing metabolic rate and thermogenesis, which refers to the body's production of heat through the burning of calories. Studies have shown that caffeine can boost metabolic rate by up to 11%, and increase fat burning by up to 29%. This effect may be more pronounced in lean individuals, who tend to have a higher metabolic rate than overweight or obese individuals. Another way in which caffeine may aid in weight loss is by reducing appetite. Caffeine has been shown to suppress hunger and increase feelings of fullness, which may help individuals consume fewer calories overall. This effect may be due to caffeine's impact on the hormones ghrelin and leptin, which regulate hunger and satiety. Caffeine may also promote weight loss by increasing the oxidation of fat, or the process by which fat is broken down and used for energy. Studies have shown that caffeine can enhance the mobilization and utilization of fat stores, which may help individuals burn more fat during exercise or other physical activities. Overall, while the effects of caffeine on weight loss may vary depending on individual factors, the scientific evidence suggests that caffeine may have potential benefits for those looking to lose weight. However, it is important to keep in mind that caffeine should not be relied upon as a sole weight loss strategy, and should be used in conjunction with other healthy lifestyle habits such as a balanced diet and regular exercise. Caffeine is found in a variety of foods and beverages, including coffee, tea, energy drinks, and supplements. The amount of caffeine in these sources can vary widely, and it is important to be aware of the caffeine content of each source in order to monitor caffeine intake. Coffee is one of the most common sources of caffeine, and the amount of caffeine in coffee can vary depending on factors such as the type of coffee bean, the roasting method, and the brewing method. A standard 8-ounce cup of coffee contains around 95 milligrams of caffeine, although this amount can range from 30 to 200 milligrams depending on the factors mentioned above. Tea is another common source of caffeine, although the amount of caffeine in tea is generally lower than in coffee. The caffeine content of tea can vary depending on the type of tea and the brewing method, but a standard 8-ounce cup of black tea contains around 47 milligrams of caffeine, while a standard 8-ounce cup of green tea contains around 28 milligrams of caffeine. Energy drinks are a popular source of caffeine, and they often contain high amounts of caffeine and other stimulants. The caffeine content of energy drinks can vary widely, but some energy drinks can contain up to 500 milligrams of caffeine per serving. It is important to monitor caffeine intake from energy drinks, as excessive consumption can lead to negative side effects such as increased heart rate, anxiety, and insomnia. Caffeine supplements are also available in pill or powder form, and they are often marketed as a weight loss aid or pre-workout supplement. The amount of caffeine in these supplements can vary widely, and it is important to follow the recommended dosage on the label in order to avoid negative side effects. Overall, it is important to be aware of the caffeine content of each source in order to monitor caffeine intake and avoid excessive consumption. It is also important to keep in mind that individual sensitivity to caffeine can vary, and some individuals may experience negative side effects even at lower doses. While caffeine may have potential benefits for weight loss and overall health, there are also potential drawbacks to consider. Caffeine can have a range of negative side effects, particularly when consumed in large amounts. These side effects can include increased heart rate, anxiety, insomnia, headaches, and digestive issues. In some cases, caffeine consumption can even lead to more serious side effects such as seizures or heart arrhythmias. Regular caffeine consumption can lead to tolerance, which means that the body becomes less responsive to the effects of caffeine over time. This can lead individuals to consume larger amounts of caffeine in order to achieve the same effects, which can increase the risk of negative side effects. Additionally, regular caffeine consumption can lead to physical dependence, which means that individuals may experience withdrawal symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, and irritability if they try to quit caffeine. Caffeine consumption can also disrupt sleep, particularly if consumed later in the day. Caffeine can interfere with the body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it more difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. This can lead to a range of negative health outcomes, including fatigue, poor cognitive performance, and an increased risk of chronic health conditions such as obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Overall, while caffeine may have potential benefits for weight loss and overall health, it is important to be aware of the potential drawbacks and to consume caffeine in moderation. Individuals who are sensitive to caffeine or who experience negative side effects should consider reducing or eliminating their caffeine intake, and should talk to a healthcare professional if they have concerns about their caffeine consumption. If you are interested in using caffeine as part of your weight loss strategy, there are a few practical tips to keep in mind. Timing is important when it comes to caffeine consumption and weight loss. Consuming caffeine earlier in the day may help to avoid sleep disruption and allow the body to metabolize the caffeine more effectively. It is also important to avoid consuming caffeine too close to bedtime in order to avoid interfering with sleep. Caffeine has been shown to have a synergistic effect with exercise when it comes to weight loss. Consuming caffeine before exercise may help to increase energy levels and endurance, allowing individuals to exercise more effectively and burn more calories. However, it is important to monitor caffeine intake and avoid consuming excessive amounts of caffeine, as this can lead to negative side effects such as increased heart rate and anxiety. Monitoring caffeine intake is important in order to avoid negative side effects and ensure that caffeine consumption is safe and effective. Individuals should be aware of the caffeine content of each source and aim to consume no more than 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. It is also important to pay attention to individual sensitivity to caffeine and adjust caffeine consumption accordingly. Overall, caffeine can be a useful tool for weight loss when used in moderation and in combination with other healthy habits such as regular exercise and a balanced diet. However, it is important to be aware of the potential drawbacks of caffeine consumption and to monitor caffeine intake in order to avoid negative side effects. In this video, we have explored the relationship between caffeine and weight loss. We have discussed the science behind how caffeine may impact weight loss, including its effects on metabolic rate, appetite suppression, and fat oxidation. We have also looked at different sources of caffeine, including coffee, tea, energy drinks, and supplements, and discussed potential drawbacks of caffeine consumption, such as negative side effects, tolerance and dependence, and sleep disruption. Finally, we have provided practical tips for using caffeine for weight loss, including timing of caffeine consumption, pairing caffeine with exercise, and monitoring caffeine intake. Overall, caffeine can be a useful tool for weight loss when used in moderation and in combination with other healthy habits such as regular exercise and a balanced diet. However, it is important to be aware of the potential drawbacks of caffeine consumption and to monitor caffeine intake in order to avoid negative side effects. Additionally, it is important to note that while caffeine may have potential benefits for weight loss, it is not a magic bullet and should not be relied on as the sole strategy for weight loss. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future.